This place takes on a lot of different lives. Regarded to the Bear, we train a lot of the cast in this exact space. Culinary producing is sort of being a liaison between all of the departments for cohesiveness. It's set decorating and props and working together to really execute something and making sure it's actually reading the right way on the script that it is on screen. We are making our Bear red sauce. We're gonna grab our salt goblet. We're gonna do a chef pinch. Do you wanna see mine?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Oh my gosh. This is intimidating.
Wow.
You're watching and listening to In Proximity. I'm Paola Mardo, and today we're cooking. This is cooking. So this episode starts with a little story time. I was sitting in the studio one day and I got kind of hungry. It's the holidays and I wanted something special. I looked at my tie, then checked my mug. It's empty, no snacks in the stew right now. But then, an idea. So yes, I walk over to the snack cabinet and I'm looking for something sweet only to be welcomed by empty shelves. Our snack cabinet order is overdue and all we have are fruit snacks and soy sauce. Probably from a leftover lunch or something. Love it, but definitely need something more substantial. So I head to the storage closet and find, what do we have here? Ramen. Okay, I need something else, and that's when it hit me. If I wanted something really good, I had to get out of the studio and visit my new friend, Courtney Storer. Courtney Storer is a chef, formerly the culinary director at John & Vinny's, now founder of Coco's To Go and the culinary producer and co-executive producer of FX's The Bear, the critically acclaimed original series that follows Carmy Berzato, played by Jeremy Allen White, Sydney Adamu, played by Ayo Edebiri, and their whole kitchen crew as they work to transform Carmy's family sandwich shop, The Beef, into a fine dining restaurant called The Bear. The Bear was created by Christopher Storer, who is Courtney's brother, and who drew inspiration from his experiences, their family, and their hometown of Chicago to create a show that has been praised for its accurate depictions of the realities of the restaurant industry, as well as issues like mental illness, toxic workplace environments, gentrification, and creativity, friendship, and family. So I went out of the In Proximity stew to head to Courtney's kitchen and talk to her about her work as a culinary producer, how she helps bring the Bear's food to life through iconic episodes like Tomorrow and Fishes, and we also cook a staple of Italian-American cuisine and on the Bear, red sauce pasta. Get your aprons, because we are indeed cooking. Welcome to In Proximity, Courtney Storer.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me in your, what do you call this, like a kitchen, studio kitchen?
Kitchen studio is a great way to say it, but it's really like my home.
Okay, no, it's beautiful. Thanks for welcoming us in. So this podcast is video, but also audio. So for our listeners, but also viewers who are seeing this for the first time, can you talk about what this place is and what are we looking at? There's so many things to look at in this space.
This place takes on a lot of different lives. And, regarded to the Bear, we train a lot of the cast in this exact space. It's been here for 5 years now, so each season it's a great, meeting point for the cast to come in and talk about what we're working on for the following season.
So the Bear is inspired by you guys, you and Christopher Storer, creator of the show and showrunner and writer. It's sort of inspired by you guys' family, right?
Yeah.
A lot of elements.
I think a lot of families, yes.
Yes, a lot of families.
I wouldn't dare say just ours, but a lot. Yeah.
So what do we have and what are we doing?
Okay, so this is a staple in this kitchen and a staple on the Bear. We are making our Bear red sauce. And this is a dish that I make a lot. So if you're on the crew at the Bear or the cast, you have had my spaghetti. And it's just such a fun dish to make. And I think that it's a great one for everyone to have in their repertoire, but also you see it a lot in the show.
Yes.
So you'll see red sauce kind of peppered in throughout each season.
Splattered, actually. It's
yes.
probably more like it.
Yes.
For the listeners, you've got like a tray of ingredients.
Yep.
Literally like stewed tomatoes or crushed tomatoes? Okay.
Yeah, exactly. So these are hand-crushed tomatoes.
Okay.
And this is kind of a similar setup to what we would do on the show. And that's why, I have everything labeled and ready so that we are set up for success.
Fabulous.
A big part of my job at the Bear. But these are my traditional elements of a red sauce. We've got butter, olive oil, garlic, onion, a little bit of chili flake. We've got Parmesan and pecorino for later, a lot of basil, some garlic.
Smelling it, actually. It smells amazing.
So I'm gonna have you add the butter. You can just
all of
dump it in, all of it.
All of this butter.
Because I like to feed a lot of people. You're gonna drizzle some olive oil in. Just go and I'll tell you when.
Okay.
Keep going. And for people listening, it's about 5 tablespoons of olive oil, maybe 6 or 7.
Okay, cool.
And we're looking at our heat, so we're gonna turn our heat to about medium.
Yum.
And then I dice this onion for us.
Fab.
But you can go ahead and drop that in.
Fabulous. This is great.
This is like a mellow, slow cook.
Okay.
We're kind of waking up the onion.
Okay.
And to cheat that, we're gonna grab our salt goblet. So just grab that whole big thing down.
This thing.
And you're gonna do a big, so I'll hold it for you. You're gonna do a chef pinch.
Okay.
Do you wanna see mine?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Yeah.
So my chef pinch looks like this.
Wow.
This is intimidating.
I know,
I'm
it's
used
scary.
to like a little quarter of that. Oh my gosh. Is that a lot?
That's perfect.
Okay, great.
That's perfect.
Fab.
And what that salt's gonna do is it starts to have that onion release a little bit of its liquid.
Yes.
And that really releases the flavor, which we want.
Do I keep stirring?
Keep stirring right now.
Okay.
And you're gonna give a chef's pinch of chili flake.
Chef's pinch. I'm loving the chef's pinch.
And then
fabulous.
we have garlic, obviously.
Yes, gotta have the garlic. So how much garlic is this?
This is 8 cloves of garlic.
Okay.
And some of these were gigantic, so it's really like 6, but whatever.
How many were you cooking for, actually?
This is for 7 people, so if you're doing this at home, you're gonna scale back.
Yes.
How are your knife skills?
I can cut.
Oh, okay.
I can cut, but I don't know how perfectly.
Okay, well that's okay. We're not testing you for Michelin or anything.
Okay.
So you're just gonna go ahead and do what I call the sprinkler method, which is just to sort of come through and chop this all. I hope you don't mind smelling like garlic for the rest of the day.
I love garlic. I'm into it.
Smell like garlic at all times.
I like the sprinkler method.
And while you're doing that, I'm just keeping an eye on our onions. I haven't changed the heat at all.
Okay. So when you do this on set,
yes.
I mean, are you literally? Oh, you said you guys have a kitchen on set.
Yeah, right.
Is that normal? Do TV shows have that?
No, not normal. We fought for that, and we have a whole culinary team.
Yeah.
So this operation takes quite the village. I have CJ, who's my culinary producer, and then I work with a couple Chicago-based chefs, Brian Lockwood and Justin Selk, and then Nicole Bayani. We have like a whole culinary crew. And now we have a kitchen. So we grew from season 1. That says butter, but okay, so be careful on that.
Yes.
But beautiful job.
Thank you.
That was very natural.
Thank you. You set me up for success, so gotta do it. And what time does your day start?
Early.
Okay, how early?
Like 4:30 in the morning.
Oh, wow.
We're used to restaurant setup.
Yeah.
So it's very, very helpful for us to get there before the whole crew and cast sets up so that we can really get like the framework in place.
Yeah.
And work with the director. So it's really helpful on days like obviously Chris, being my brother, knows me from restaurants. So we have this like little language that is like the best.
Yeah. Stirring this tomato into the garlic, buttery onion situation. It smells amazing.
It already smells so good, right?
Yes. What's set life like for a culinary producer? You just said you get in at 4:30 in the morning.
It's so fun. Coffee first, and then we usually set up a lot of stuff the night before. So similar how we have these trays, we block out the scenes.
Yeah.
So I can show you.
Yes.
Sort of how we arrange our day. So this is what we call our culinary reference guide. And we put these together for each episode. So we know when we look at the script that we are prepared with not only our set decorating team, but our props department, and we all work sort of in unison to kind of bring to life some of these more tricky culinary scenes. Preparation comes from us buying the right produce, placing it, and then also making sure the entire team cohesively knows what we're doing. Because it is a little bit advanced. The show itself is tracking a Michelin-level restaurant, which is very precise in how they set things up and also the tools that they use over things that they don't. So it's just really important that everyone's on the same page. So the writing team sets us up with the scenes and where they're going to be. And then visually, we provide an image of what we think it's going to look like as chefs.
Right.
And then we come to a middle ground. Is this rosemary bud the same thing that Chris wants to see or whoever's directing?
And this is from first episode of season 3.
Yes.
Which is basically we see multiple storylines, but really focused on Carmy and his journey going to culinary school.
Yep.
And then the different restaurants that he works in, Copenhagen and the New York.
Yeah.
I mean, I rewatched this and did not know, like, man, there's so many dishes, so many techniques, like you mentioned earlier, and just a lot of detail.
Exactly what you're saying. You know, we're going back and forth through Carmy's journey and what skills is he learning along the way. And that's really, really important from, you know, filleting a fish in his culinary journey 10 years ago to when you see him do it alone at the Bear.
Right.
And how he's able to do that confidently.
Yes.
And how do you get to that level in a career is you have to work hard. You have to do it 100 million times till you get it. And we really had to show that on screen.
Yeah, I remember seeing the peas. And it's like just a bunch of people shucking peas. But it's like you're like, here it says a giant pile of peas, but you also have to blanch it, shuck it, peel it. Like you're thinking about all the little actions that they're doing as well.
Absolutely. Like peas in that episode are very significant. Yeah. You see them placed in Carmy's dish at the Bear. You see them, you know, when he's working at Ever in Chicago. And so we really wanted to see how Carmy is taking something from his past and then bringing it into his present. Yeah. And that he, you know, recognizes his relationship with Chef Terry and loves her and it makes it to his plate, kind of like an homage to her. And a lot of chefs experience that, and that's such a like special part of cooking in your journey is like getting to build these relationships with your mentors. Yeah. Brian Lockwood, who helped us for this specific episode, and also Will Jadara and my culinary team, we kind of had to think about what are we going to do when we're in Chicago and techniques that we needed to teach Jeremy, who plays Carmy, along the way. Like, it was very important to say, okay, we really need to get a beautiful demi-glaze on a plate. He's got to learn how to plate a demi-glaze. And how do you make a demi-glaze? It's a very technique-wise something that is used a lot in Michelin, but is made a lot of different ways. And how did we want to show that hit the plate? And then also the simplicity. You can see there's 3 components on this dish. So you can see that it's also like a very simple take on something quite complex.
Right, it's like a piece of Wagyu beef. The split
perfectly
pea,
cooked.
Perfectly cooked, and then a little bit of that demi-glaze. So you guys invented like the look of it, or is it written in the script?
The writing team puts us on the plate. They're putting it on the script. So this is our interpretation. Why this document is so helpful is because then we sit down, we all review it together. So if any, you know, if the director's like, ooh, that's not what I envisioned, and luckily Chris and I, you know, are able to communicate a lot about, okay, is this the vibe or is this the vibe? And live action, I'm texting him photos as we're training as well.
Oh, wow. Checking on the sauce.
Can you stir? I want you to feel for something.
It's a little...
Is it sticking at all?
A little bit.
A little bit. Okay, so if it's sticking a little, we just pull it all the way down.
When you say sticking, like when I push at it,
sticky,
it's a little...
but it's not burnt, but it's sticky. It's almost like slow tar.
Yes,
but it's not burning.
Bit. I remember in The Bear there was a scene where Mikey, Carmy's brother, was like, mix that sauce, I can hear it sticking. Something like that. Such a detail. Oh. Yes, I'm like, that's what that is. You said actors train here, and I think this is your kitchen. We have Jeremy Allen White. What's he doing?
He runs turnip through mandolin, slow like Boulud, Daniel Boulud, who's his mentor. He does the carrot the same way, potato the same way, all shoot out in perfect circles. This is
that's in the script?
Yeah.
Oh.
So then we make him practice.
Very cool.
So that's really important that, you know, especially for this episode, technique-wise, there's quite a lot that we covered in that episode. So luckily he picks everything up super quickly, which is not normal. They all do. I was shocked.
That's great. I mean,
I was really shocked.
Going into it, were you like, ooh, training actors, what's that going to be? Were you a little nervous? Or?
You know what's weird? I was excited just because I knew Jeremy from coming to John and Vinny's and Ayo and Lionel. So I was really excited to work with all of them. I was worried that I was going to make it too difficult, but luckily, like, everyone was really excited and willing.
They were game.
Yeah, they were. Enthusiasm goes a long way.
Yeah,
you can be taught anything.
That's great. I'm learning right now.
Exactly.
Say it. love you.
Oh.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
So happy the bear's home.
Yes, I'm happy. Come here. I am happy.
Hi.
Come here. I'm happy. You know, it's nice.
Since it's the holidays, we decided to revisit the infamous Fishes episode. It's the 6th episode of the 2nd season and is set around the holidays when the Berzato family reunites at the home of family matriarch Donna, played by the incomparable Jamie Lee Curtis. It starts off like any typical family holiday get-together, but then it devolves into something deeper and darker as family secrets, deep-seated emotions, and trauma are brought to the surface. No spoilers here, but just know that this event is very food-centric and is set during the Italian-American holiday of the Feast of the Seven Fishes. Here's Donna explaining the supposed origins of the holiday to Richie, played by Eben Moss-Backrack, with Uncle Lee, played by Bob Odenkirk.
Why the 7 fishes?
Oh my God, what is up with everyone today? I'm just trying to make a nice fucking
Why
thing.
the fuck do people even do it?
Because it's based on people who left Italy to find new dreams and homes with new people. And they brought their 7 best things from their sea to their new homes, and not so their families end up being a bunch of fucking jagoffs.
That's not even close.
What's not even close?
For those who don't know, what is the Feast of the Seven Fishes?
It's usually around Christmas, and it's usually highlighted around 7 fishes. And like they talk about in The Bear, is the origination of what the 7 fishes is a whole different episode. But I think a lot of Italians still maintain this holiday, and they make 7 traditional Italian dishes with seafood as the main ingredient. And it's very labor intensive.
Yeah. So what are we looking at right now?
Well, this is my inspiration binder. Super duper important in the work that we do on the show is visual learning, visual cues, right?
Yes.
Visual things, dreaming, brainstorming. And with the 7 fishes, I had so much fun thinking about what it could look like, which was great. And I think on the pre-production side, it was really cool because we could put all these photos up. So these actually lived in my office. And, I could show all the other producers and the team and the set team, the props team, and we could all dream up things together.
Can you talk about this day? We have this beautiful photo of JamieLee, who plays Donna, the mother, in all black.
Yeah, that's,
like
why I did
yourself.
that.
I love it. And she's holding up a tray. What is this tray?
So, Bronzino. So when we had to do the menu for 7 fishes, that was a big part of it. What is going to be on the table? And what actions will Jamie have to kind of maneuver that day? What are her props? What things is she pulling in and out of the oven?
Because this is her character's home. And everyone's coming to the home.
Yes.
And she's cooking.
Exactly.
And she's sort of like territorial about it, right?
Of course. She's like, I'm making 7 fishes by myself. I don't need anybody.
Exactly.
I don't need anyone's help. I've got it.
Yes.
I've got it.
To get you thinking about these images,
Yeah.
like what did you think when you read the story, the script?
Heartache, vibrance, colors, like a lot of red. Like, because I'm a visual person, and you think about like a bleeding heart, like, heartache, loneliness, suffering, pain, all those things. And then holidays, Christmas, red,
red.
green, Italian, like all these things kind of combining, and what these characters might be experiencing and how I could do that through the food.
Through this family holiday, family reunion.
Yeah.
I asked because I'm staring at literally a photo of a hand tuna being cut, a lot of blood happening, and it's very vivid, very red.
Sure.
So, yeah.
I'm telling you, inspiration in all sorts of forms, but I think as a cook, that is something that you're surrounded by all the time is vibrance, just things, flavors, colors, textures. And how could I show that in food was really, really important. So I pulled from a lot of my favorite cookbooks, some chefs that I love and admire, and kind of looked at the ways that I was feeling and how I could show that in a picture. So it was helpful for me, to look at sort of like a Sophia Loren, a beautiful platter of this is, I think, an eggplant dish she made. But just sort of this stark contrast of like presentable beauty and then what's underneath it. And how could you show that in food? How is that possible when all the candles are lit and all the things seemingly feel and look beautiful? What's actually underneath all of that? Chris, definitely wanted an action for Jamie. And I was thinking, what could Jamie Lee, who plays Donna, what could she be doing in the episode? And so this was sort of my process, thinking about, is she touching fish? Is she touching the meatballs? And as you can see, you know.
There we go. It's a heaping pot of meatballs in red sauce. A lot of splatter on the counter.
Yep.
And I like this. What is this? This is like a cookbook.
This is from a
photo.
cookbook I gave Chris. And then I took it back, typical little sister. This photo represents a lot of effort, like the precision, the way things are cut, the flowers, the doily, the tray. And that is sort of the 7 fishes, like all the effort, all the care that goes into something, and then the emotional energy can't hold it all and it just breaks, you know? And I thought about something as pretty as this just falling off the counter. So that was an idea that we had.
What was it like, kind of, like, I guess personally, putting that scene together and being a part of it, that episode?
It was incredible because, first of all, I love the cast so much, and everyone was together with the crew. My brother was there. It was almost like a corrective holiday experience, even in the dysfunction. It felt like art therapy.
Art therapy?
Yeah.
Why art therapy?
Because I was putting red sauce all over. I was making a mess. I was creating the thing that I was afraid of a lot, which was that feeling of unsteadiness and chaos as a kid. And I think when you take the reins on that and give yourself a corrective experience and where you're in the control of it, it's quite therapeutic, if that makes sense. And doing it, you know, alongside my brother and our whole team, it was really special. I'll never forget it. And having Jamie that day, you know, and teaching her how to break the heads off the lobsters, it was amazing. Yeah. And her holding my hand, and, you know, it was just an amazing way to connect.
Do you have any fun, like, either set memories from this day or even another day that still stick in your brain?
I mean, it was amazing. That day, everyone was frustrated because everything on the table was edible, but in the context, we had to be very...
think about that. So everyone's like hungry.
That's the crazy part, is everything on the show that we make is edible. John Bernthal always cracks me up because he's always eating. I'm so careful to make sure, like our whole team is, to make sure everything tastes really good, because a lot of times the cast will want to nibble, and not just the cast, but the crew. You got to take care of the crew.
Yeah,
if you don't take care of the crew, forget about it. So then I go,
oh my gosh, she literally is tilting the salt thing into the pot.
Yes, I am. Wow. Yes, I am. And then pasta. You want to do the honors?
Oh, sure, why not? Oh my God, do I drop it?
Yeah, just drop it. Yay!
Okay.
Beautiful job.
I love it. There have been shows about food or with food. Yeah. Not quite as, I think, nuanced as The Bear. Yeah. And culinary producer, you don't hear that role very often. So we haven't actually asked you.
I didn't even know.
What is this job?
Yeah, good question.
We talked about it throughout, but like, how would you sort of describe it to someone who hears it for the first time and is like, what do you do?
I think culinary producing is sort of being a liaison between all of the departments for cohesiveness. Gotcha. It's set decorating and props and working together to really execute something and making sure it's actually reading the right way on the script that it is on screen. I think that there is a whole world of the culinary arts that can be difficult to illustrate on camera, just because there are so many technicalities and there's such a wide range of kitchens, you know, from a mom and pop owned restaurant to like the beef in Chicago.
And then the bear.
And then you've got the bear,
Mr.
Mr. Beef and then the bear. And the wild contrast of all things in between, catering versus private chefing versus being a chef at a restaurant. And so it really is to work to really make sure things feel accurate. I think a culinary producer is also in charge of kind of being the facilitator amongst all the different amazing chefs we've had join us along the seasons and reaching out to the industry to ask for help. There's no way we could have made this show without so many other chefs that helped us.
It's great. There's also when Terry, I guess, shuts her restaurant down and all the chefs show up. Yes. It's like kind of crazy.
I know.
You guys, it's like, it's a funeral for a restaurant, so to speak. But just the amount of folks you guys had in there, just for that detail. Because you guys could have just cast actors.
Right.
But you guys wanted to bring in chefs.
Because it's so important. Like, every chef you work for, you carry them in your heart forever, no matter where you go. Good, bad, ugly, or indifferent. Like those people, stick to your ribs, sort of a thing. And I think it's really important when restaurants succeed or they don't make it, like how chefs show up for each other. It's really family, it's community. We need each other. That restaurants more than ever right now need support. Yeah. And I think in that scene with Terry sort of moving on to her next thing, it's really like a respect to show up and say, hey, thank you, and we appreciate what you've made.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a play. The similar thing is like being grateful for the art and taking it with you.
Ooh, beautiful.
Beauty shot. Watch out, don't burn yourself. Right into the pan. So do you see how I did that with tongs?
We're doing this thing where we go into your community and we ask someone in your bear family to send a little message / question for you, and it's a surprise.
No way.
And you will answer their question. Are you ready?
Yes, this is so cool.
Okay, here we go. I'm just gonna play it right here.
Hi, Coco. Matty here. Hi, everybody on the old podcast. You guys are podcasting, talking about probably incredible things,
Is he on a boat?
And Coco, first off, I just want to say you're the greatest, literally one of the greatest chefs, friends, all around. Just what a perfect person you are. We love you. I love you. We love you. Everybody loves you. What are you really actually doing to take care of Coco in those moments when Coco needs Coco? I love you so much.
I love him.
And I hope you have a beautiful day. I'm sure this podcast is incredible. And,
yes, it is.
The world needs more Cocos. I love you.
I love
Bye.
you. Oh, that's really, I love stuff like that. So that's my love language. I don't know which language that is, but thank you, Matty, for that. That was really,
shout
really
out.
sweet.
Can you tell, that was Matty Matheson.
Yeah.
Can you tell folks who he is and how you guys know each other, actually?
Yeah, if folks don't know Matty Matheson, look him up because he's the best. And he's a dear friend. I've known Matty, probably for about 13 years. I met him very early on in my chef journey here in Los Angeles, and he is such a great example of someone who can be this big food personality, but also can work elbow to elbow. He's like a cook's cook. For a while, Chris and Matty, their paths never crossed. And I was like, Matty, you're doing television. My brother's doing television and movies. Just meet each other because there might be something there. The rest is history. They finally set a meeting. And Matty's become family to us. And it's really special for me to see the relationship he's built with Chris and maintains with me. And that's really sweet.
I love that. Yeah, the message was awesome.
Yeah.
Shout out, Matty Matheson. He's also an actor on The Bear, of course, and executive producer, where you were a culinary producer. So how are you taking care of yourself, right? Because he was saying you do so many things. What does Coco do, nickname, when it's time for yourself?
Well, I think one of the things he said is you find a way to help others, and helping others has really helped me. And I know that might seem crazy, but it's the biggest reward for me, teaching people how to cook, being around food, because that's how I really kind of felt a lot better in my own mental health journey and in my own headspace. I think as a really anxious kid, a little bit on the, ADD spectrum, just moving really, really fast all the time, I found that a lot of stimulation helped me. Working in a team helped me. And I take it so seriously to be able to pass that gift on to others. It also is my way of, providing some sort of food legacy. I think that's my responsibility, all these opportunities that I have, not only that have come my way from the show, but also in restaurants, is that when people look up to you, what example are you, setting?
Prox Recs. Prox Recs.
Give it a little twist.
Ooh, a little twirl. On the show, we ask everyone to do a Prox Rec or a recommendation for listeners, viewers.
Yes.
It could really be anything. Most people do a recommendation for what they do. So for you, you're our first chef on the show.
Yeah.
So yeah, what would your recommendation be, your Prox Rec?
I would say, Essentials of Italian Cooking by Marcella Hazan. The Essentials of Italian Cooking is a book I carried with me just because it felt like a piece of home. Even when I cooked in Paris, I brought it with me. It just has been a really grounding energy thing to pick up and touch and watch how far I've come. And I think cookbooks have a really strong, I have a really strong connection to them because of where I was in my cooking career. So just like people have huge movie collections, I have huge cookbook collections. And I'm always seeking out the older, dusty cookbooks because I think how people taught cooking was so different, 50 years ago to where it's at now. And it's just so important to reference back to go forward.
Oh my gosh.
Bon appetit.
Bon appetit.
Cheers. Wait,
cheers.
we cheers.
We cheers. Cheers to you. Thank you.
Nothing better,
Nothing.
Nice, right?
This is delicious. Thank you very much, Courtney. This was so fun. Thanks for teaching me a little bit more about cooking, sharing your journey on the Bear and what you do. And yeah, excited for the next season, but also just very amazing to hear all about your work and your process. So thank you.
It's my pleasure. I'm such a fan of In Proximity. Keep going. And we'll see you next time.
Oh, we will.
In Proximity is a production of Proximity Media. The show is hosted, directed, and produced by Paola Mardo. Executive producers are Ryan Kugler, Zinzi Kugler, and Sev Ohanian. Theme song and additional music by Ludwig Göransson. Patrick Apino is our co-director and director of photography. Ken Nana is our sound designer and mix engineer. The production team includes Brittany Brown, Isabella Miller, and Alexandria Santana. Follow us on social media at Proximity Media. For transcripts and more information, head to proximitymedia.com.